guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to share with you all the holiday palettes that I picked up this year. So it's going to be a holiday guide slash haul video for you. Now it's a perfect time for me to share them with you because the VIB sale does start November 6th to the 10th, which is this Thursday. I am going tonight and I'm so excited about it because I'm going with Tara Lynn and Natalie. I will leave their channels linked down below and I'm just super excited to meet these ladies. I wanted to do this video for you so that you can get an idea of whether you want to purchase these palettes or not. I will give you guys my honest opinion about every single one of them. That's just what my channel is about. So I will let you guys know if it's worth picking up or not. I guess the first palette I will start off with is the Lorac Mega Pro palette. Now I know it's really hard to get your hands on this palette right now. I know you can still get it on eBay. I'm not sure if they are going to re-release these at all on Amazon or the Lorac website. Let me know if they are. I do have some friends here that are giving away the Mega Pro palette, so if you guys were interested, I will leave their channels linked down below so that you guys can enter their giveaway. But I love this palette. I love the packaging. I love how sleek it is and how thin. It's very easy to store and it just, I don't know, I love it. I love the Lorac Pro. I love the Pro 2 palette that I recently got in a swap with April. You open it up and you get a really nice size mirror, and here are the shades. Look at how gorgeous these colors are. You get 2 rows of mattes, 2 rows of shimmers, just like the other palettes. Now I'm not going to go into too much depth about this palette only because there's so many reviews here on YouTube. I do plan on doing some looks for you guys, so be on a lookout for that. Let's talk about the Too Faced Everything Nice palette. I did miss out on last year's, but I was told that a lot of people actually like last year's a lot better, and they also like the packaging a little bit better. Too Faced always comes out with some really cute packaging every single holiday, or any time for that matter, and it's just really girly, and I personally love it. I don't like the thickness of it. It's definitely a bulkier palette. Then you open it up and you get 20 decent size eyeshadows, so you get a lot of product, which is really nice. You get 2 blushes, the Chocolate Soleil bronzer that everybody loves, including myself, and a really pretty highlight. Now, I will say I was a little bit disappointed in some of the shades in here. I don't find that all of them swatch really nicely. They go on a little bit better on the eyes, but even that, I'm still playing around with this palette. The one color that I really do love is Girly. It's just a really pretty brown, green, gold shade. I love it. So I did use that color already. That one swatches really nice and it's really pigmented. The blushes, however, I find the formula to be just a tad bit dry, but they're still really nice. The Chocolate Soleil, like I said before, I really love. Last year they did not include brushes and this year they did, and I know some people were complaining about that, and I think that's why they included the brushes this year. I have not used them, so I'm not sure the quality of them. And then you still get a guide of how to do different looks. If you are a makeup lover or even somebody that is getting into makeup, this makes a really great gift only because it has everything in here. It also came with their mascara, Better Than Sex. I'm not a fan of that mascara. I was told that the bigger size is better than the deluxe size, if that helps you guys. The one palette that I was really excited about this year was the Urban Decay Vice 3 palette, and only because I loved last year's so much. It's one of my all-time favorite palettes. I love the bag that it comes with this year. I think it's really pretty. I think you can even fit your mini iPad in here. I don't think you can fit the original iPad. Now, I do have one complaint about this palette, and it's the packaging. I just don't really care for the packaging. You can see your fingerprints all over it. I like the colors that they use this year. I just don't care for this whole look. And the plastic feels really cheap. Like, I feel like if I drop this palette, it's just gonna break on me. So that is the only downfall to this palette. But inside, the colors are really, really pretty. You do get a double-ended brush. And where is that brush? I know I have it here somewhere. I cannot find it, but Urban Decay always comes out with a dual-sided brush, and I pretty much use them. They're basically the only brushes that I do use in palettes, because normally I do not use any of the brushes in any sort of palettes, but the Urban Decay one I do really like. It comes with a really big mirror. I'm not going to show you because I'm probably going to blind you. And here are the colors right here. I will say if you are a makeup lover and somebody that loves to play with color, you will love this palette. If you're not into makeup and you're more of a neutrals girl, I don't think this is the palette for you, but Urban Decay has excellent quality eyeshadows. They blend really nice, very pigmented. I think if somebody gave this to me for a gift, I would be so stoked about it if I was a makeup lover or not. Next is the Kat Von D Star-Studded Eyeshadow Book. I did miss out on last year's, but I'm really happy to have this one. I've been really enjoying it. I love the packaging. It reminds me of the Star-Studded Kiss lipsticks that she, was it this year? Yeah, this year she came out with the new lipsticks, which I love. I love the size of this palette. I like the thickness of it. And in the back, it shows you all the eyeshadows with the names, which is really nice. It's also broken up into 6 categories with 4 color shadows. So if you're somebody that doesn't really know what colors to use, this will guide you through it, which is really nice if you are a beginner. Then you open it up and you get a really nice size mirror. Oh, the quality of this palette is actually really nice. It feels really, really sturdy, and I think it's travel friendly in my opinion. So that I like. So you get a really nice big mirror. It comes with the plastic insert, which you can remove, which I will be doing after this video. And I think a lot of people were complaining about that last year, so I'm surprised they put that in this year. I really love the color selection in this palette. You get some matte shades, some shimmer shades. You even get some added pop of color if you like. If you're a neutrals girl, I still think you will like this palette. I don't use a lot of color, but I do like to use some color just to add some pop to my eyes every once in a while. The quality of these shadows, I would say, are not as good as the other palettes that she has. I will bring one out. Yeah, as this one right here, and I love this palette, guys. If you can get your hands on this one, definitely do it for the sale. I do find that they're not as powdery. I find these ones to be a little bit more, not powdery, there's more fallout, excuse me. More fallout, and I don't find that these shadows have as much fallout, but I still love the quality of her eyeshadows. I love her whole line. Her blushes are amazing as well too. That is it for eyeshadow palettes. I have 2 blush palettes that I want to share with you, and the first one is by Tarte. This is the Pinup Girl palette. Okay, first of all, I do not care for the packaging this year. I'm sorry if you guys are in love with it. I don't like the packaging. I don't like the thickness of it. It's just too bulky. You do get 2 clips, which I don't have because I think my son took it. So I don't know where those are right now. I probably won't use them anyways. They're just like 2 breadths. I do have last year's, and I love the packaging from last year. It just screams holiday for me, and it's just so pretty. I will do a side-by-side comparison for you. Like, look how thick the last year's one is compared to this year's. So, you know, I wish they would have did a little something different with the packaging, but that's just my opinions on it. It's what's inside that counts. You get 5 new shades. So these are the Amazonian Clay blushes, which a lot of people love. I recommend to anybody. They last a very long time. They're really pigmented. I'll show you last year's. Okay, so the top one is this year's and the bottom is last year's. So very, very different. It did come with the plastic insert again with the names, so I cannot tell you the names of blushes that you get in here, but I will tell you they are all brand new shades. Besides the packaging, I still think it's worth picking up just because the quality of the eyeshadows of the blushes are just really, really nice. So I do think that this palette is worth getting. Let's talk about NARS this year. The packaging is so beautiful. I love it. It just reminds me of the holidays. It reminds me of winter. I think they did an excellent job with the packaging this year. I love how it's white. I like it because you can actually wipe this one down. It won't get dirty like the original one that they had out last year. This is just their original packaging. It gets really, really dirty. That's the only thing that I don't like about NARS. but I'm really happy that I picked up this palette. Like, look how pretty this is. You have to get it for the VIB sale. It comes with Miss Liberty, Deep Throat, and Laguna, which are already part of the permanent line, and I don't own any of them. I have owned Laguna many times, and it's one of my favorite bronzers. There is Sex Fantasy and Final Cut, and I believe those are 2 new shades, and I'm not sure if they re-released one, if it was in the palette before. I'm not 100% sure. Let's take a look inside, shall we? Now, we open it up and you get a really nice, decent sized mirror, which I do tend to use mirrors a lot in palettes, especially if I need to like look up close. I will use these, so I'm really happy that it comes with a really nice mirror. So there is Laguna, which you do notice it's a little bit bigger than the blush palettes. Than the blush sizes compared to last year. Let me just look at last year's for a second. Okay, they actually look, yeah, they're definitely a little bit smaller than last year's. So there they are side by side. So the blushes this year are definitely smaller, which it's fine. I mean, I don't normally go through a lot of these blushes anyways. Like, let's be real, do we all get through a blush? I don't think we do. The only downfall to this palette is I wish they would switch it up and maybe put Casino in there. I mean, Laguna is always in these palettes, which I understand that Laguna is maybe more universal, but for a change, maybe Casino would have been nice to have in this palette, or maybe have both in there. So that's my only little nitpick about this palette. Other than that, I love it, and I really do think it's worth picking up. That is everything, guys. Let me know if you guys have any of these palettes that I shared with you, or if you plan on picking any of them up for the VIB sale. I would be interested in that. And if you guys have any other recommendations before I head out the door, let me know in the comments. And I'm just super excited to go shopping tonight for this sale. You guys have no idea, because I get to meet Terilyn and Natalie. Woohoo! Okay, so have a great day, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!